Which would you rather be? A miserable, successful motivator or a happy, motivated flop?
You're listening to Tremendous Leadership with Dr. Tracy Jones.
And so now we come to my favorite law, the law of motivated to motivating, motivated to motivating, motivated to motivating. But is this the age of being motivated? No, no. This is not the age of being motivated. This is the age of what? This is the age of being a motivator. Motivator. Nobody wants to be motivated. Everybody wants to be a motivator. Quick, answer the question. Which would you rather be? A miserable, successful motivator or a happy, motivated flop? I would rather be a happy, motivated flop. Why? I wouldn't know the difference. You're saying, Charlie, you trying to tell us we don't need motivators? Of course I'm not telling you that. Every church needs motivators. Every business needs a motivator. But my dear friend, may I remind you of this? Don't you ever be motivated at the expense, but be a motivator at the expense of being motivated. If you'll learn to be motivated, you'll be motivating. If you're motivating, you'll be a motivator. And you'll get to enjoy what you get when you get it. But if you don't get it, you won't know you didn't get it. You know how I learned that? Started learning that? They probably didn't tell you about some of my early success. I never missed a week making a sale when I started in the life insurance business in 1950. Says that good? It's bad. Nobody is as bad as I was. You say, well, how did you write a policy every week? I made a rule the first week I started selling insurance, I would sell a policy every week or buy one. You're looking at the first salesman who ever succeeded having bought more than he sold. I bought 22 life insurance policies. Do you know what I discovered after 22 life insurance policies? I was motivated. You were going to have to buy some now. You say, well, my wife would never let me buy all that insurance. My wife wouldn't either. You know, sometimes somebody come up to me and say, you know why I'm not a success? Why? I've got a miserable wife. What? You have a miserable wife? You don't know how lucky you are. The greatest asset a man can have is a miserable wife. Listen, if my wife would have been the least bit sympathetic and understanding, I'd have gone home the first night, I'd have said, honey, they're mean to me out there. She said, you sweet little baby, you stay home with your mommy tonight. I'll take care of you. I never dared complain once. Had I ever complained once, my wife said, you idiot, I told you not to do that in the first place. Now I say to you, gentlemen, if you've got a miserable wife, good. You got a good wife, good. You got a bad husband, good. You got a good husband, good. You know what I say to you? Whatever you got, good. You know why? Because, my dear friend, your job is not to learn to act motivated. Your job is not to learn to get motivated. Your job is to be learning that God builds motivation to every human being, no matter what your environment, no matter what your heredity is. Motivation is built in, and God says, here's a couple things for you to do, and you do these, and your motivation will flow out. And you'll be motivated, and you won't have to act motivated. Everyone knows that. How many ever start learning what they know? You know how I caught on to that? You realize what I was learning when I bought all those insurance policies? I was learning what God taught me instinctively. He couldn't explain it then. I was doing two things that bring it out. Number one, if you're going to get your motivation out of you, and it's there, you commit your life. You're not going to ever give up. You're not leaving. You're not giving up. They may fire you, but you're not giving up. And then you involve yourself doing the job. Now, some people are committed, but not involved. Some people are involved, but not committed. As soon as things get better, as soon as something better comes along, well, you know, God wants me to have something for me. You better think, friend. When you commit your life, and you can't grow until you're committed. You see, when you're boxed in where there's no place to go, then it comes out. As long as you can run, you'll run. And you're not growing when you run. You commit your life, you involve your life, then motivation begins to come out. Now, when we come back in a few minutes, I'm going to share with you some of the greatest tools you'll ever use, and tools I use in my life to be learning how to be motivated, to escape acting motivated. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to Tremendous Leadership with Dr. Tracy Jones. Find out more about Dr. Jones at www.tremendousleadership.com. If you've been ignited by something you heard in this episode, let us know by leaving a review for Tremendous Leadership wherever you listen to podcasts, or by sending us a message through www.tremendousleadership.com.